Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Spencer Schrader to get things rolling. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Mayfield. The throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Point it right. Up.
Handoff here, up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8.
Baker to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Watch the eyes of this quarterback, Mike. He understands as he goes from his first to his second read, there's no reason to force something downfield. Check the ball down, get it in the hands of your running back, and pick up a positive play.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
180.
On 2nd down, Baker. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Point it right. Start.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one complete, right side. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long one.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Mayfield. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Up, Jim. Pistol. 180. Up.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
180. Done.
From the gun on 3rd down, that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by the former Sooner, Danny Stutzman. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Olave is the motion man. On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Yellow, 22.
On 3rd down, it's Rattler. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Gets this away, and it's a good one. Angling toward the sideline. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Up the sideline. At the 35. To the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Ready, set. Ready. Set, go.
They'll begin here on the ground. He'll push forward for about a yard. Elijah Ganson in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 50, green. Set.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this.
Okay, break.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked by Benjamin Morrison. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
180. Shot.
Now Mayfield. Forced to his right, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Here we go.
Now a run on 1st down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
95. 43 red. Red, cycle.
On 2nd down, here's Rattler. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Come on, right open. 52 blue. Claws red.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
And what a nice job there, getting his feet down on the sideline to secure his first catch of the game. They need to continue to find ways to get him involved, however the opportunity presents.
Up the middle they go. Now trying to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Ready, ready. Yellow, black, jump. Smash, red. Red.
Rattler now on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
They're going for it. Here's Rattler. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On the move left. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
180! Regular.
They'll go. Mayfield. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Down. 45. White. Hut.
Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 53 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal.
Shot, 17. 43 rail. Drill, 52. Hunt.
Throwing now is Rattler. And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Chris Olave. Touchdown Saints. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Buccaneers 10, Saints 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Regular.
Driving right side this time, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Mario Davis. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. What can they do here on third down and 7? Mayfield to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former Sooner, Danny Stutzman. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Black open.
Rattler going to throw on first down. He connects with Palmer on that one. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
43.
A run now on second down. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
97.
Open right side is likely. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3.
Green Jack. Ready. 33. Yellow cluster. 6.
Shotgun snap here for Rattler. He's got Likely over the middle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Come on, set. Yellow, 10 cycle.
A tight end in motion now. On first and 10, Rattler. To the goal line and in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, New Orleans. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Regular. Good. X 180. What's up?
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Good. 180. Hey, alert. What's up?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Forced out wide. Looking back to the middle of the field, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first-half lead into the locker room.
14. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Ready.
The third quarter begins with a run. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. It's Muhammad Kamara there on the tackle. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stick with him again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, New Orleans.
Group 50, let's go. Yellow, 43. Set.
Now it's Rattler. This one on target to Olave. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Let's go now. Opposite. Grip blue, 32. Set.
Now a give up the middle. Has some room inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
The extra point is good. Saints move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. And he Stutzman there for the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9.
180.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver.
It's now third down.
And it's going to be third down.
To go.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that? Pistol, pistol, pistol. Kings, Kings, Kings.
Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get past the marker. He's got a first down on that gain of 5.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. That pass ball's incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Hey, alert 33. 180.
Now Mayfield. Rolling right. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion.
95.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go. Set. Strike. Check. Strike. Ready.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's inside the 40. Inside business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down is Mayfield. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 46, here's second down and 4. Throwing is Mayfield. Forced out left. Going for it all. That is caught. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Now Mayfield. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were the head guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision started loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Set fight. 97. Ready?
Here's Rattler. Got it into the hands of Olave. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. So 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10.
Set, ready. Block 40. 22 meter. Check, hit.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hut, ready.
On second down, here's Rattler. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Saints
Give them 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
Check,
first
man.
down, Saints.
Here we go. Clock, 60 red. Green jack. White. Set.
From the gun, here's Rattler. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
2nd and 10.
Shot. Set. Yellow, 43. Set.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the push.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. He'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Regular.
To throw is Mayfield. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
180.
To throw is Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They get 18 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 130. 180.
Mayfield exiting the pocket right. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1.
180. What's up?
They'll go. Mayfield. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Handoff here, up the middle, into space. He's to the 40, to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 83 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The score, Saints 35, Buccaneers 23.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Good. Hurry, hurry. 180. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
They'll drop to throw. Al Wrighton, catch made. That's Ibuka. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they will finally get to him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull any sort of comeback.
Okay.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Down. Set.
Here's a toss, right side. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's got another one. Touchdown, New Orleans. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. DJ Turner now to bring it back. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Set. 180.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure. Too much. And he goes down. So, backed up after the sack. And now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Baker. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Let's go now. Cut.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a